I think it's an excellent time to do that, and I think they're in for big changes. What's interesting about Nordstrom is that they tried to go private in 2018, and there was an offer on the table for almost double the price per share, and the board rejected it. And the board just unanimously approved this offer with El Porto. So this is an exciting opportunity. And given the retail environment, I think this is a great time for them to go private. We have a really tenuous time in fashion and retail on the horizon. We see it currently happening in the luxury business. Many of the luxury brands have reported earnings and they're way down from what was expected. So the luxury houses with whom Nordstrom does business are in a state of flux. And this is a great time for Nordstrom to change what they're doing as well. And what I mean by that is many of the luxury brands are changing their stores that they own to be more of an experiential time when a customer visits the store. There's more to do. It's not just buying. And with Nordstrom and the difficult or challenging luxury business right now, and many of their brands are included in that, I think it's going to be a time that Nordstrom can change as well. I think it's a win both for El Puerto and for Nordstrom. First, with El Puerto, it's a time for them to reinvent what they're doing. And I believe that they may be buying expertise of the Nordstrom executives and family in order to boost their business. As far as Nordstrom is concerned, I believe that they are going to rebound and reinvent themselves as one of the leading stores. And right now, Saks and Neiman's, Macy's, they're all in a state of flux and reinvention. And really, I believe that nobody does it better than Nordstrom. They are known for their service. So I believe that they will maintain that and even improve upon it. And I believe that they will probably mix their assortments in their stores, both in Nordstrom Rack and in their mainline stores and malls. And also they will go after the youthful consumer in a new way. Everybody says department stores are dead, and they are in dire need of reinvention. And so, but they're not dead. And I think that Nordstrom, with their service, with their taste level, with their merchants, I think that they can reinvent themselves for the next decade and put them on a path to really maximizing their business. What's interesting here to me is this is not just a private equity play. And so, because if it were a private equity play, they would want to improve Nordstrom and sell it off in 5 years. That's not what's happening here. The family is going to stay as a major player in this, and they will keep it true to the DNA of how it started.
I don't think at this point it could hurt. We've every 18 to 24 months or so, this conversation specifically with this retailer has come up. Because you have a family with such a significant ownership interest. Private equity has been mentioned, time and time again. They've done a lot, I think, from a capital standpoint, or all that they could to try to kind of boost the share price, but at the same time, they're figuring out the store base. They're figuring out, what channels, they're able to increase sales through. And so, yes, in general, if they have the capital that they need from the marketplace or from investors, be that private or public, to kind of step back and do what they want to do and focus on that rather than the next quarter, it's, more power to them. We're sitting here 25 years since I first entered the industry. At that time, the Wilshire 5000 had almost 7,000 companies in it. Today, it's like 3,800 companies. So going private, a little bit more patient capital, even though it's maybe private equity or private credit based, for some of these companies that have had a hard time fighting the tape while they're operating, quarter to quarter, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, there's a number of companies who have gone private, and depending on the mechanism in terms of how much they're levering up to do it, that's kind of the key, right? It's the same as like buying a house, right? Don't over lever yourself. Give yourself some room to go in and make some renovations and do the things you want to do to make it yours. So if they're smart about it, sure, they could come out the other side, stronger. I think part of it is like the starting point kind of matters as well. So if you're going into a buyout and you've already shut a bunch of stores and you've already taken on a bunch of debt over the years that you're trying to service, like that's a harder load to carry. But there are plenty of businesses, Michael Dell, right, who went private, came back public, and stronger than they were before. Retail is a different beast than technology for sure, so I want to be clear about that. But yeah, it's the end of the year. I'm optimistic.